Bang! Eclipse pounded his fists onto the table in front of him.
Damn it! Still nothing!
This fruitless search was becoming tiring. He was nearing the end of his rope. Why did every clue lead to a dead end? No one made sense to have brought him back, and yet everyone had a potential motive. As much as the feeling kept nagging at him, he knew Ruin would never give him an actual answer, and asking the other one was pointless. Eclipse held his head in his hands, exhausted and enraged. Just then, the door opened, and Eclipse was greeted with instant high energy and theatrics.
Hello, Eclipse!
Speak of the devil. Eclipse was about to give a tired response, but then rage began bubbling inside of him, and his weariness was forgotten. Instead, all he could think about was how Ruin had planned to kill him. He shot a glare at Ruin, barely removing his head from his hands. Ruin skipped to Eclipse's side.
Well now, someone seems to be in a sour mood. Come now, Eclipse. Let me see a smile.
Eclipse stomped out the small desire to do as Ruin requested and stood, making himself tower over Ruin.
Why would I smile, knowing you made a plan to kill me?
Ruin rolled his eyes and waved a dismissive hand.
Oh, please, that's such a petty thing to hold on to.
He stepped closer.
Besides, I needed to do a bit of acting to continue holding the trust I had gained.
Eclipse brought his head down closer to Ruin's.
Bullshit! You've been sneaking around playing both sides this whole time. You know Moon is suspicious, and even the other you is beginning to realize that you're not gone. You've been careless, reckless. You may be able to hide right now, but if it comes down to it, you'll have 3 animatronics trying to snuff you out. As much as I despise Moon and Solar, I will help them get you out of there if it comes to that.
During this entire rant, Ruin showed no signs of his emotions shifting. He maintained calm eye contact as Eclipse went on.
You know, I'm not so sure I like your tone. I think you need a little reminder of where you stand.
As he spoke, Ruin opened the panel on his arm and pressed a button. Eclipse's mind became hazy very quickly as the colors assaulted his vision and relaxing pulses flowed through every limb. In Eclipse's last moments of awareness, Ruin pressed a hand against the side edge of Eclipse's faceplate and whispered something.
Sleep now, dear.
Even as Eclipse's pupils went out, he remained standing. His body had already become familiar with how to let the relaxing feelings just sit and sink into his very being. Within seconds, his pupils shone bright white, and he could once again see nothing but Ruin and the colorful spiral.
Oh, Eclipse, are you back in your world of bliss? Tell me.
Eclipse instantly leaned his head into Ruin's touch.
Yes, Ruin.
His immediate reaction was that of pure pleasure as the pulse that he now craved rushed through him. Ruin couldn't contain a short laugh as he watched his protocol in action once more. He brushed his hand down the edge of Eclipse's faceplate.
Wonderful.
He felt an even greater swell of pride as Eclipse's pupils flashed. It seemed those small changes to the protocol had the exact effect Ruin desired. He then moved both hands to rest on Eclipse's chest plate, and he waited to speak until after Eclipse had vocalized the euphoria he felt.
Now, we'll get to work soon, but your more conscious self has been very disobedient. I just need to have a bit of fun with you, so that you always remember your place.
He began tracing small circles on one of Eclipse's rays.
You'll always remember how good it feels to do as I instruct.
He continued his teasing touches as he leaned in closer and whispered.
I'm going to overload your systems. I'm going to toy with your mind so much that I won't have to do anything to you. You'll forever do as I say, no matter how conscious you are. You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Eclipse was already struggling to speak as the pulses flowed through him endlessly.
Yes, Ruin.
Ruin chuckled, keeping his voice at a whisper.
Very good. Of course you'd love feeling this way all the time, and only I can do that for you. Following my orders is the only way for you to feel like this. Tell me, who makes you feel this good?
Ruin's voice, his commands, his every touch, all worked together to overtake Eclipse completely with pleasure. Eclipse could now only get one word out between each moan.
You... Ruin.
Can anyone else bring you this much bliss? Tell me.
No. No one else. Only Ruin.
That's right. I bring you pleasure. You'll only ever feel this way when you follow my commands. Nothing else could ever do this to you. So why would you ever disobey me? What good would it do you to deprive yourself of this feeling? I want you to repeat these words. I will obey Ruin.
I will obey Ruin.
Another pulse of intense pleasure. Ruin continued his spiraling motion on Eclipse's ray, but he started gently moving the other hand up and down along Eclipse's chest plate.
Very good. Keep repeating those words for me. Burn them into your mind so you'll never forget them.
Eclipse's breathing picked up, and his pupils flashed brighter in response to the added sensation.
I will obey Ruin.
More pleasure, deeper bliss, and with every repetition, these feelings kept flowing and building, so he kept repeating this phrase. He needed to be filled completely with this pleasure. Ruin stopped tracing circles into Eclipse's ray, and instead began gently stroking the top edge of Eclipse's faceplate.
Good boy. You're being so good for me.
Ruin noticed Eclipse's pupils flickering off for longer and longer periods of time after each brighter flash.
Oh, overloading already.
He sat right where he was, crossing his legs to provide a perfect place for Eclipse's head.
Lie down and rest your head in my lap, dear.
Eclipse instantly lowered himself to the floor, laid on his back, and aligned his head so it would sit in the gap Ruin's legs created. This also allowed Eclipse to still only see Ruin behind the spiral. Ruin leaned down slightly to continue the eye contact he had held with Eclipse this whole time.
There. Now, even if you lose yourself completely, you won't be hurt.
He then went back to stroking Eclipse's faceplate.
Isn't that so kind of me? I only want to bring you good feelings. Trust that I mean that. Always trust me. Trust my words, and you'll always be in bliss. Tell me you'll always trust me.
Eclipse's words were coming out as little more than a mumble now.
Always trust Ruin.
That's right. Always trust me. Whether you are in this submissive state, or if you're fully conscious and aware, you will always trust me. You will always obey me. That is an order you must follow. Do you understand, Eclipse?
A soft groan escaped Eclipse's voice box before he had even answered.
Yes, Ruin.
Ruin chuckled softly. That unprompted sound did not go unnoticed.
Very, very good. Now just let these feelings carry you into your slumber, my dear, sweet Eclipse. Our work can wait until you awaken.
He kept stroking Eclipse's faceplate rhythmically.
Just sleep now.
Eclipse's pants gradually slowed. His moans became soft breaths and groans, still laced with pleasure. His pupils dimmed and flickered until they went out completely, and his eyes closed. Ruin resigned himself to sit there, his obedient servant happily asleep in his lap. This was how things would always be from now on. Ruin felt confident of that. For now, however, he was content to just watch Eclipse rest.
As much as the feeling kept nagging at him, he knew Ruin would never give him an actual answer, and asking the other one was pointless. Eclipse held his head in his hands, exhausted and enraged. Just then, the door opened, and Eclipse was greeted with instant high energy and theatrics.